In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to change the parameters of individual effects, as well as how to set up your own effects chain. I want to start off by showing everybody this is misspelled. It was supposed to say empty. If I go into settings, these icons correspond to these buttons. This is number 2, and I'm going to hit button number 2. Here we can tell I can change the name of the effects chain. This knob will change the letters, and you can even use numbers and special characters. And with this knob, I can go forwards and backwards. You can see there's a space there, but here's the special characters, and now I'm getting into the letters. This time I'm going to hit the settings button, and I'm going to go to chain. So I'll hit number 1. And we can see the effects chain. I have 2 parametric EQs set up here, but if I want to bring this effects to the very beginning, I simply hit number 4 because these icons correspond to these 5 buttons. So I'll hit 4, and then I'll hit 1, and now that's at the very beginning of the chain. If I want to take this and hit it and send it all the way back to the back, it's really easy to arrange your effects chain. I'm going to hit this button to get out of that mode. And with this, if I click on it, we can see all the different effects. I can turn them on and off with these buttons. If I want to use the foot pedal to turn them on and off, I can select it with this particular foot pedal, and then this one will turn it on and off. This one can be turned on and off by the effects pedal. If I want to change the individual parameters of these effects, I simply hit this button here. And right now, I can change the parameters really easy. And then you use these buttons to go to the next effect. It's really super easy. See, I can change the parameter. So the graphic user interface on this Zoom effects processor is pretty easy to use. I am now in bank 54, and we're going to create our own custom effects chain. If I click on this and click it again, by default, it's going to say bypass. Now we're seeing all the effects. I'm going to leave this one there. I'm going to hit this again. I'm going to click on here. I'm just setting up some effects. I'm not trying to make a really nice chain. We can see all 3 effects right there. That's how easy it is to add the effects. If you want to set it to factory default because you messed up something really bad, I've got mine connected to the USB port. Let me unplug it really quick. If I hit this button while I plug in my USB cable, you can see it gives you the option to initialize it to factory default. It's this knob here that you have the option to select yes or no, and then you can hit either one of these buttons. I don't want to set mine to factory default, so I'm going to hit no. And now it's just bringing up all the effects that I've did in the past. You can tell that's misspelled. If you have your Zoom effects processor running on batteries, you can simply connect the guitar and hold this button down at the same time because it'll power it on. I'm going to adjust the volume on my speakers. You can easily tell I'm using my PreSonus speakers. I'm also using this Zoom effects processor. I should mention one last thing. I'm going to hit the settings button. You can see the save option. As I stated, these icons correspond to these buttons. So I want to hit button number 3. We can save our patches in other locations. For example, if I click on this, I can save patch 50 into the patch 56 spot. As you can see, it says you have to hit both foot switches at the same time. I'll do that right now, and it's complete. I'm going to hit settings again and hit it one more time. You can see where it says setup. I'm going to hit button number 4. Here's where you have the option for autosave. You can turn it on and off. I think it's in your best bet to have it on, but it's personal choice really.